Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So I'm going to talk about Narciso Eau De Parfum by Narciso Rodriguez. My perfume or fragrance of the day is a Miss Dior, the 2012 formulation, not the latest one. And I have my cup of coffee. And of course the Miss Dior is Eau De Parfum. Actually, technically this is a macchiato, not a coffee. So let's start. To me, Narciso has a very awful start. Evolves to a very dark and somewhat dated sweetness. When I say dated sweetness, I mean it's not current, it's not modern. It was probably what would be considered beautifully sweet back in the 80s, 70s maybe. That's how I see it when I say dated. It's not a classic sweetness. It's a lot more masculine than feminine. Not a fan at all. Reminds me of my dad's old colognes. I still remember this when I was very little. For whatever reason, my dad would always have like these really like ugly looking bottles. They were always dark in color, like green or black or blue or something, and they always had like these very strong smell. And I don't know if that's synonymous to a lot of dads back then, but I don't know. And I remember at a certain time that I did buy my dad a different cologne, and he loved it. I forgot what cologne I bought him, but I know it was a beautiful smell. It wasn't like it wasn't like the ones he had like bottles and bottles over. And I think that's where I get my my passion for fragrances from my dad, because my mom really doesn't like fragrances, which I did talk a little bit about that in one of my other videos. It's weird that she will buy perfumes for whatever reason. She'll buy them, and then I don't know why, but it'll just sit in her dresser and not be used. And then of course I'll just, I'll be the one happily taking a hand-me-down. I mean, who wouldn't, right? I can't believe that this is a female fragrance. It is just so masculine. If it was on a guy, I would move away. It is a very overbearing. It's very offensive and kind of an arrogant type of smell. It is not attractive at all. It is the main word that I just on my notes and in my head is just awful, awful, awful. It's just not going away. I don't recommend this at all unless you want people to be repelled by you. If you're in a situation in which you need to do something drastic and you don't want people to come near you, or doesn't want to enjoy your company up close, then yeah, go ahead and buy this. It would definitely repel anybody. If you're, if this is just for male or female, to me, it doesn't matter who wears this, but oh my God, it's awful. At a certain point of me testing this fragrance, it actually made me cringe. And then later on in me testing it, it made me gag. It is that awful. This is a little bit of story time. So I remember watching a collection or fragrance video in regards to, let me take a quick sip here. In regards to this perfume, the bottle itself is incredibly beautiful. It's very elegant, very simple. I like that. And a lot of people were saying how beautiful it was, and then I forgot which store I went to. And the essay was very, very encouraging, very pushy. And he goes, we have this new collection by Narciso, and you're probably gonna love it, So I go over there, and I swear to God, I smelled it and I know I made an awful face because I saw his reaction, and his reaction was just somewhat similar. I don't want to be dramatic, but crestfallen. And that's when he just kind of knew, I think, that I am not buying this perfume, and I'm probably not going to buy anything from him that day, because everything he just suggested fragrance after fragrance after fragrance. And I was looking for Chanel, and this is in one of those stores that did not carry Chanel at all, and I didn't know that. I think it was my first time to go to that store. And I was trying to be polite and nice, and I smelled all the recommendations he gave me. And at a certain point, I think he gave me this, and I don't know what my face looked like, but I know he looked crestfallen. And I think that's when he knew I wasn't gonna buy anything, because his attitude really changed. And I didn't want to, because I was looking around and he was following me around, and I didn't want to waste his time anymore and hurt his feelings. So I just went, I'm looking for Chanel fragrances, which I didn't see. And he goes, oh, we don't sell that here, sweetie, I'm sorry. And I'm just like, all right. That was just the excuse of, well, since you don't have Chanel, that was really what I came to the store for. I gotta go. So that's a little bit of story time in regards to this perfume. I don't know why I still remember that, but I still do. If you guys have any suggestions, comment down below on fragrances you want me to try, good or bad. Hopefully they're good. I prefer not to be tortured in smelling these perfumes and other fragrances. I prefer perfumes as well. If there are any kind of guy cologne that you want me to try and smell, that's great too. So leave them down below, and thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you hit the like button, the subscribe button, as well as the bell, so you'll be notified every time I do have a new video uploaded. There should be links over here in regards to a few of my other videos, and I hope you do watch those as well. Thank you. Bye.